Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the Bell Qualifier DLX Isle of Man graphic available at RevZilla.com. So the Qualifier is going to be the step up from the Vortex in Bell's lineup, and what you get with this is a composite construction, 3 different shell sizes, 3 different EPS liners, and it's going to come in at 3 pounds 6 ounces when we throw this in the scale. The graphic that you see in front of me is going to be the Isle of Man graphic, and what's really cool about this to me is this is the first time that we're seeing an Isle of Man graphic done on a sub $300 helmet. This helmet comes in at the $250 price point. You know, we're seeing Bell do 2 different Isle of Man graphics this year. The next one up is going to be on the Star helmet, which comes in around the $500 price point. We've seen other manufacturers do Isle of Man graphics as well, and it's always above that $500 price point. So the fact is, with the Qualifier DLX, you're going to get a really nice helmet for sub that $250 price point, or right around that $250 price point, and you're getting an Isle of Man graphic with that. Now keep in mind, this is going to be an internal fit of an intermediate oval. So what that means is a little bit longer front to back, a little bit narrow on the side of the head, and it's going to work for the majority of you riders out there in the American market. And also keep in mind that the DLX is going to be an upgrade over the regular Qualifier. So what you're getting with this is you're getting an upgraded interior. You are getting that Bell transition shield. If you're not familiar with this, it works the same way as transition lenses. So when it's sunny out, it gets darker. When it's darker out, it gets lighter. Works quite well. And then you're also going to have the availability to have a built-in Cena comm system, or with an adapter plate, you can use a Cardo with this. So those are some of the upgrades with the DLX. Now, if you're not familiar with the Qualifier or the Qualifier DLX, make sure to watch our detailed breakdown video where we go inside, we rip all the internals, we pull them out, we show you everything that's going on with this particular helmet. Now, as far as what we're seeing with the Isle of Man graphic, what you will notice throughout this entire helmet is the Tres Scalae. And this is that three-leg design. What this is, it goes back into history. This was originally seen in Sicily, which is where they took this geometric shape of 3, unifying geometric shapes in a triangular pattern. In Sicily, we really saw it kind of transform into what you're seeing with the legs. And then in 1932, the Isle of Man adopted it for their national flag. So very fast feel to this helmet. You can see the pinstriping lines as they gradiate a little bit darker in the front, and they fade to the back, which has a fast feel throughout. You're going to see the Tres Scalae are going to be worked throughout the entire piece. You've got checkered flags. You're going to see that gradation continue with those pinstriping on the side. It gets darker, it fades, it gives it a fast feel pulling from front to back. You do have the actual outline of the entire racetrack on the side, both sides, so there's going to be symmetry coming into play, but then when we get to the back, you have a little bit of asymmetry with the writing that's going to be across the back of the helmet. And keep in mind that the Isle of Man is a 37-mile road race over, or right around, I believe it's 200 corners, and the average speed is 134 miles an hour. This is, or 134 miles an hour. This is the race to beat all road races, and if you've never seen this, check out YouTube, Google Isle of Man, and just watch some of these crazy racers that are out there really just putting their bikes through insane paces, and they're risking their life. This is probably one of the deadliest races still in existence. I love the fact that you have Isle of Man, really sharp lines working its way across the back. The whole helmet just has a very quality feel for, again, that $250 price point. So if you're someone that's really liked some of the different Isle of Man graphics that you've seen in the past from other manufacturers, you just didn't want to spend that upper level price point, what Bell has done is they've introduced this same style graphic, but at a price point that's going to be one for you to consider. Now, there's a lot of riders out there that are using the Bell Qualifier DLX helmets. And if you want to hear more about what they have to say, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which is going to allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there riding with this helmet. You can see exactly what they like and what they don't like. If you have more questions for one of our gear geeks as to which helmet's right for you, or maybe some questions on fitment, give them a shout, 877-792-9455, or simply type us out an email, cs@revzilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Bell Qualifier DLX Isle of Man graphic. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.